overdo it.
So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday, and back to Test Drive Thursday in American Truck Simulator. You join me with the brand new Volvo VNL for 2018. I really do like the look of this truck, so let's get started by taking a look at the customization. Okay then, so here we are inside the truck configurator. Now there's two different cabins to choose from. You've got the sort of 770 series they've got here. It changes the designation on the side. The 70 sleeper, which is slightly smaller, as you can see, not much. As you can see, it's got 760 on there now. Or you can go for the Globetrotter XL, which changes it to 800 basically. So it's slightly bigger. I don't know if you can tell a difference on the inside. If we have a look, let's try and take that in, and then I don't think there's a difference, to be honest. Let me just try that again. No, I don't think there is. But yeah, it's basically the same cabin. There's not too much difference going on. I think this may be part of the older VNL, and then they've just put a different front on it. I mean, if you have a look at the sort of window lines here compared to the 70, I think this is the one that you need to go for. I think this is the new one. It's a lot more aerodynamic looking, I think, if you look at up here as well. But yeah, it is quite hard to tell. I don't think they've upgraded it massively between the previous gen in real life. But it's a nice subtle upgrade. I like these lights here. It's a shame they don't work the daytime running lights. But you do have these LEDs here, and it's not too bad. Onto the chassis, you've got well, basically two to choose from on this one. Oh no, three to choose from on this one. Then to have the 6x4, you have to have the XL. So yeah, you can see the difference there. You got 6x2, 6x2 4, or a 6x4. Now engines, they range from I think this is the lowest powered one, 433 horsepower, up to 600 horsepower here. You've got some Cummins, is that? And then Detroit diesel, or is that a Volvo engine? I'm not too sure, but you got a good range in there. On the transmissions, you've got some 10 speeds, 12 speeds, 13, 6, 18. So loads to choose from, all different ratios. Eaton Fuller, Allison, there's loads to choose from. In here, I think this is where it's sort of let down a little bit. You've got these two choices here. I don't think the interior is that high quality. There's like some glitches going on up there. And I think it's all taken from the previous gen. There's even a floating button here. But yeah, it's got lots of work to do. And then, yeah, that's not very nice. So, interior can definitely be improved. Paint jobs. You got some metallic ones in here. That's a nice grey, actually. I like that. Yellows, custom colours, and then custom metallic colours. We'll just go for this grey for now whilst we're customising. Now down here, you can add like custom plates. I believe they've got all the states on here. By first glance anyway. There's quite a lot of them. And then you can change in fact, it's probably easier if I go for a black for showing you this. And you can change the bumper here. So you got this sort of chrome piece that follows the line of the lights, which I think looks very nice. You then got full chrome bumper or just full paint, so that's up to you what you want. Saying that though, I do like full paint. I think it works quite well, especially with a darker colour. This is where you can change the mirrors. Sadly, you can't remove the mirrors. So if you got a lower spec PC, that might become an issue. But yeah, I do like the black on here. You can have some, like, is that like a metal effect? I don't think it's chrome. It's not chrome, this, but then you've got like a plastic bit on the top, which I don't like. So I'd probably just go for that if it was me. The mirrors you can't really do anything with. Oh no, yeah you can, sorry. The dots are all over the place in this. That dot here is for the antenna, which I don't really like. So you got plastic, like a chrome effect, paint which blends in really well, or you've got, it says plastic, but it's like again another sort of metally effect type thing. So yeah, I don't know about that. The sat nav, you click it in and it doesn't appear, which is weird. Back here, what's that for? There for all the cables and stuff like that. You can change the mud flap style, 2 different ones to choose from. You got the side skirts, which I think finishes it off so much better. And that's pretty much it for the outside. You can change the visor as well to chrome, paint. I'll probably just go for paint, and you've also got some beacons up here, along with this little wing piece, which is a bit unusual. Now onto the interior. You can actually change the wheel from this brown to black, and that's pretty much it. There's no real other dots in here. You've got Christmas curtains, you can hang a present from there. But yeah, this is all sort of telling me this was made around Christmas time, and it has actually just only been released, so that's a bit unusual. But anyway, now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so we're now all fully configured, and if you wondered, well, you will need to know this if you're downloading the mod, you can only get this truck from the Volvo dealer in Las Vegas, which I believe sort of appears when you install this mod. But doesn't it look good outside? I mean, with the lighter colour, the chrome, I think it all works together really well. And the lights really do set it off. It's so smart, this truck, to look at. Now, I actually found this mod on ETS2.LT, even though this is an American truck mod. So I sort of found it by accident. So I'll try and remember to put a link to it in the mod spreadsheet, and the link to the mod spreadsheet is in the description. Now, onto the interior. As I said, there is a floating button there, which is weird. These vents look like they're floating as well. The dashboard is from the old VNL, and so is the rest of the interior, I think. It's all quite low res back here. I mean, that table's sort of rendered wrong, but it is quite nice that it is all in there. But yeah, it's not the best interior. The sat nav's a bit weird, and from where you're sitting, you do have to keep sort of glancing over to it if you get the if you're in a weird seating position. The mirrors are quite big, and they don't sort of block too much as I've found so far. But yeah, it's not too bad in here, to be honest. Start this thing up. I believe I went for the 600 brake engine with the 6-speed auto. We got all these sort of info on here. So 2,000 miles to empty. You got your gear on there. It is quite confusing though. It's kind of hard to read. And you can see if we turn the lights off. Let's put the high beam, well, side beam, what do you call it, side lights on. At least that works, that's quite nice. But yeah, I do think it is taken from the old VNL Volvo mod. I mean, you may as well really. They haven't really changed the truck too much in real life. I know they've put the new steering wheel in, and I'm guessing they've made some sort of tiny... Oh, sorry, not the microphone. I'm guessing they've made some tiny sort of adjustments down here. But yeah, not too much. But it is the first time I've seen this mod, and it isn't too bad. I mean, if this is their first edition, I really do hope they sort of carry on doing it, because it's got a lot of potential. Now let's see if we can find a little job, that's too long, that we can take with this. I was about to say that's going to work really well, but it is only around the corner. But I think we'll take that. 14 tons of tyres. Now let's get on the inside. I can't work out, are they answering in declining calls? I do find that a bit weird, because then you've got it on the steering wheel there, so why would you sort of stretch all the way over there to get them? It's a weird placement of buttons, and it doesn't help the sort of visibility, because it kind of blocks that mirror over there. It's a weird sort of piece of design, because I have to go like that to see that mirror. And there's like a weird line around the window. There's some odd things in this mod, but it has got a lot of potential, trust me. It may seem like I'm sort of moaning about it, but it is really good. Oh, as I said, visibility is not great. And turning circle isn't that great either. I mean, just look at the lock on the wheel. How much you have to turn it. I mean, I've got my G920, no, not G29, that's it, set to 900 degrees of rotation, and the truck is sort of outdoing it in the game. It's kind of weird. I wish it had a 900 degrees. Well, that would feel a lot better. Right, let's pull out of here. It doesn't sound any different to any of the older VNLs that we've seen in this game. That's not a bad thing. I do think it sounds quite nice. But it is quite loud in the cabin. You get a lot of engine sound. I don't know if they've refined that in the real life truck. But yeah, it is quite smooth, this. As I said, visibility sort of mirrors wise is pretty good, but in front of you don't really get that much. In fact, we need to get in front of this guy. Let's get behind the limo. The gearbox is really nice with this 6-speed, because it's so responsive in automatic. I mean, you can see how quick the shifts are. I haven't got used to how close I am to people in front. Yeah, I'm quite close. But yeah, doesn't it look good? I think Volvo produced some of the best looking trucks. I mean, the FH in Europe, and then this now. I think this looks superb. I'm not sure about the interior. I think they could have done a bit more on that, but the exterior is amazing. Best looking truck in America, I think, at the moment. Right then, let's hope it's not expired. Oh, we can change it. Let's go for that one. I think it'll look a lot better. Right then, it's around here. It's very responsive, the engine. I mean, you don't have to press the accelerator much if you're using pedals, and you're already up to speed. So it's up to you whether you like that or not. It gives it a very sort of dynamic, that's probably the right word to use. Because it's not sporty, but it... yeah, you get what I mean. I hope. Turning circle could be a lot better. See, we've messed it up now. You've just got to get used to it, jumping from Europe to America. This turning circle. It's kind of hard to judge. Right, I don't have advanced coupling on. Would have helped if I remembered that. Right, I'm going to try and go this way. A test for the maneuverability. we go, just got it around there nicely. Yeah, 140 miles down the road. We can get this thing up to speed. See what this is like. Come on, let's get through these lights. Right, we're going anyway. There we go. I think we made it. There's no white line there as well, so I didn't really know where to stop. But yeah, as I said, whilst we were customizing, the dash is, well, the displays here are taken from the previous gen Volvo, and weirdly, I don't know why, but it's in kilometers per hour when in America they use miles an hour, as you know. So I'm not sure why that is, and it sort of shows you how it is taken from the previous gen. Right, I think it wants me to get in this lane. But yeah, they're not too bad. I do like them. They are easy to read, but when you get to about when you get to lower speeds, the dash doesn't actually read to about, let's see, and it doesn't read anything until you get to 15 miles an hour. Hang on a minute. That's not displaying kilometers an hour, that's miles an hour. It's got kilometers an hour written on it, but it's actually showing me miles an hour. I don't know if you can see that. On the HUD, you've got 22 miles an hour, and that's what it's displaying. Wow, that's confusing. Okay, so weird. Just ignore where it says kilometers an hour, because it's actually miles an hour. Okay, I take that back, but the sign's wrong. But yeah, it's so smooth on the road. I don't know what gear we're in. I don't really care, to be honest, because the truck's great to drive around town. Yes, the visibility around the front isn't great, but that's said about most trucks in this game. Right, I need to get behind this guy, because that's right turn only. But yeah, I'm not sure if they only sell it with automatics now. Looking down there, is that the... I don't know what that is down there. Parking brake release? No, but that's up there. I don't know. It's like a weird logo on it. I think we're off. But yeah, okay, let's put foot to the floor. And that's 30 already. I mean, this is what? A 19-ton trailer, so it's about average, and it gets up to speed really, really well. Right, let's get in this lane. I've got no idea where this sat-nav is taking me. I love turning right on red. It's so cool. But yeah, I definitely recommend you going for this 6-speed in auto form if you've got a wheel, because it's just so responsive. I put my foot down now, changes down the gear, and immediately back down when you take your foot off. It's so good, and it's such a relaxing drive then. I mean, if all you want to do is play this game to relax, sort of get away from it all, not think about changing gear. I mean, some people don't like that. I do like it every so often, but it is nice to jump in on auto some of the time. But yeah, I can see myself doing hundreds of miles in this truck, thousands of miles. It's really good. Yeah, we'll see what speed that we can get up to on the interstate, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I am finding that speedo a bit weird. As I said, it only starts sort of showing the speed after 15 miles an hour, which you sort of want to see lower than that, because you could have some depot speeds at 10 or even 5, and you just wouldn't be able to tell what speed you're doing. So yeah, that's weird. And it's also weird how it shows miles an hour when it's saying kilometers an hour, because we're doing 80 now according to that, and we're doing 50. That's weird. Okay, so 90 kilometers an hour is 56, and we're doing 61 at 90. Okay, that's all messed up. Do not Do not pay any attention to what that speedo is showing you, because it is completely wrong in both senses. It does lean a lot, this truck, I'm noticing. It definitely likes to cruise. Wow, yep, lean. Okay, into 6th gear now. We're doing some speed, I've got no idea. And yeah, we're okay. I do like having the little mirrors down at the front. You get a good sort of view of what's coming up behind you without having to look across. And into Arizona. But yeah, I'll put the hood on so we can see what speed we're actually doing. So we're up to, right, 75 limit on here, so easily up to the speed limit. We've got a Prius by the side of us that doesn't know what it's doing. Just going to try and undertake him there. Yeah, let's see what we can do. 86, 87, 88, 89. There's a bit of a downhill coming up as well, I think, so that should help us. Oh, Prius pulling out, Prius pulling out. Let's back off a minute. Come on, Mr. Prius. I'm sure they do it on purpose, Prius drivers. I mean, that guy did it back then. Oh, he's pulling in, he's letting me go. Right, that was a bit of an uphill stretch. But yeah, this steering's really weird. It's kind of off-putting, seeing how much it sort of turns. And if I do a time-lapse video, all you're going to see is sort of micro adjustments in the steering wheel, emphasised by the amount of steering lock this has. Right, come on, where's this downhill section? Right, there's a bit of traffic. But yeah, it does cruise fine. I mean, there's not too much wind noise as well, which is pretty good. And it feels fairly stable. But yeah, as I said, it does lean quite a bit. Right, 89. Oh, come on, dude. Retarder's quite loud. Right, I can pass, that's good. I don't think I'm going to have another chance at a top speed. But yeah, we got it up to 90, which is plenty fast enough. Yeah, we've lost all that momentum now. And let's slow it up. Let's turn the router riser back off. So yeah, that's kind of annoying, not knowing what speed that you're doing. I'm guessing you're going to have to sort of work it out as you go. But yeah, that's weird. So yeah, you sort of can't use it without the hood, which is a bit of a shame for people like me who like to have sort of a clear setup. Is he gonna let me in or what? I'm gonna have to bully him. But yeah, it's really smooth, this. I am impressed by this mod. I think it's got a lot of potential, as I said. Customization isn't great, but could get a lot better. The model on the outside is fairly good. It could do with some sort of better textures and stuff. The interior needs to get done next, I think. But yeah, overall, I definitely recommend you taking a look at this. It's the first time I've seen this new truck in the game, because I doubt SES are going to release it anytime soon. I'd probably say 2020 maybe, if they even do. I just can't see it happening. Let's pull out. Right then, so we're just pulling in now. Let's use the retarder. It's pretty effective actually. Okay, that's on full now. It's only got 3 settings, most of them have 4. And there we go. But yeah, I do like having the more modern steering wheel in here, that's nice. It's a nice upgrade over the older one. Just brings the interior up to date that little bit more. But yeah, if you're wondering how to install it, when you get it all downloaded, there's like a specific mod order that you need to have. So inside the RAR file, there's 3 SES files. Now you put them in your mod folder, then you've got the Volvo dashboard at the top, and then you've got there's like a picture of the truck on that mod, so you put that second, then at the bottom you put there's like a mod with the Volvo logo on, so that's the order. There is a picture in the RAR file of the order that you need, but yeah, that's something that you need to take into consideration if you're wondering why it's not working properly. How on earth am I going to turn this around? This is not going to happen, is it? I have to reverse it into place. Right, can't get much closer than that. How quick the steering wheel moves. That's kind of funny. Oh, wow. Right, we should be able to do that now. Let's try not to run this guy over. Did I just hit him? Was that the gate? Wow, what made you clip it on? I'm hitting something, but I didn't see that gate there. Right, let's get up here. Yeah, this is a horrible drop-off. And it's going to be a difficult one at that. So let's get it started off around the corner. Try not to hit the gate. Wow, yeah, this is quite difficult. Especially because this is quite a long wheelbase as well. I need to be a lot closer. Oh, there's nothing I can really do here. Maybe if I come over here, but... Right, where's that gate? There. Right, watching that gate again. Right, there we go, I got the right angle. Got to make sure I don't hit that excavator, and then I've got to sort of use the force to decide when to turn in, because at the moment I think I'm a bit too close to the wall. Yeah, I'm going to hit that. I've got to get over a bit more. Got to be over here. Maybe if I reverse it over here, then start turning it. Is that around the corner? I think so, but I haven't got enough room to sort of turn it back. Right, I think I've got it. Just, maybe. There we go, it's happy with that. I'm just going to try and straighten it up. Try and get it perfect, because that was a difficult one. And there we go. Right, it's quite difficult to manoeuvre this in a tight spot. But yeah, I love how the wheel comes up. There we go. Completed. Excellent. So if you enjoyed that video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Goodbye.